everyone is aware with this view, most of you. This is the desk view where we can create all the models and all the relations inside it. Like DocType is a very important piece of Frappe Framework. It lets you create different kinds of models. It also allows you to add different controls, different types of fields, which can be helpful to store your data in a rich manner. Like if you have image, we have image control, image field, where it can specifically get image from user. Things like that, we'll see how it works. So for a business of food delivery, the first thing that we might need is list of restaurants. Am I right? List of restaurants that will sell their food that they have. They want to post somewhere and we are the provider for them. Like they'll sign up and post all the food items they have, and what we will do is we will just give them the listing and users can just click on order and get it delivered. So let's see how this system can be implemented. So I'll start with REST. So this is asking for module. Module is basically where we classify a type of doc types. Like if you can create a module for this specific business, I'll say and now I can start creating my doc types. Don't worry, I'll not go into detail of creating all the doc types. I'll just create one and show how it works. And I have some backup that we can use to create other doc types as well. So I'm currently using version 16 or develop version. Version 16 is not yet released. It will be released in some time, but this is the latest version of Frappe Framework. First, yeah, do interrupt me for these things. I'll not know. What else do we need? Restaurant name, address maybe. We will have region and we will have region and region specific So the idea is we will have restaurants in particular regions, and once we have our delivery partners, we can just assign those delivery partners particular regions, and then whenever food item is ordered from a specific restaurant, based on that restaurant's region, we will assign delivery partners. So that's how I'm planning. So I'll add region. I'll remove address for now. We will also require an image field. For logo, and yeah, for now this should be it. Do we need anything else? We require food items that restaurant provides. So for that, we will create a separate doc type and link it to this restaurant. So I already have that. So food item. So using this copy to clipboard feature, I can directly copy the doc type and create it on my site. These are all the fields in it. This is how I'm linking my restaurant. You can use link field, and we don't have anything else. We have food image, so I'll save this. I'll have to create now. What I'll do is I'll continue on my local, because since it is not able to create my copy, I'll just go through all the doc types that I have for this business, and I'll show how I've configured things. The very first thing is restaurant. I've added restaurant name, address, region, and rating for that restaurant, and logo. So type and click on connections. I think click on links, and then link your doc type. For example, restaurant needs to be linked with the food items, right? So yeah, so this specific restaurant has one food item. I've already created them. That's why it is showing up. So these features let you, understand the high level of a doc type, to understand what all doc type it was linked to. Like this specific restaurant is linked to a food item. So you can get to know without going to the food item list from the master. Sorry?
Is it okay to interrupt you?
Yeah, you should.
How do you set the one-to-one relationship or one-to-many?
You want to create one-to-one relationship.
Yeah, like where is the setting for the many food items you want?
Others might need it.
How do you set that the many food items for one person?
Yeah, so this is how I do it. Suppose I have food item. I'll clear the filter. So I have this one specific food item. I have created a link field. That's a feature in framework where you can link to a specific record on a different table. If you can understand the concept of linking one doc type to another doc type. So this will be a foreign key. So you can have different restaurant in this, and this is linked to a specific doc type. So please let me know if you understand, or else I can explain it better. Did you understand how this works? But you have to select what specific doc type you want to link to. So here is all the list that we have, list of doc types. From here you can select the restaurant. Now it will be linked to that. And whenever you click on this field, for example, I'll create a food item, test. Whenever I click on it, all the existing restaurants in that table will show up here. Now I can select and it will get linked. Anyone else has any doubt till now, let me know. Or if you want to understand some of the advanced feature in this flow, let me know. Yeah.
In a relation, DocTypes, link the dynamic.
So you want to understand the difference between link and dynamic link, right? Yeah. So dynamic link is basically in this example, suppose suppose there are two types of users. One is customer and one is delivery partner. They both are users of this system, right? And I have one field, a select field, that this user type is customer. Then what dynamic link will do is it will fetch all the customers in the drop down. So it dynamically decides which doc type to pull data from. Did you get that? Like if I select delivery partner in one of the option, I'll quickly show it in this doc type. It is not relevant in this, but I'll show how it works. So let me create one select field. Customer user type, and the options will be customer and delivery. So I have both these doc types. Okay, audible? Okay. So I have both these doc types, customer and delivery. That's why I have added it in select field. Now to create dynamic doc type, you create this user ID. I'll just set user. So based on this user type, I should be able to select user. So dynamic link needs an option where I can set user type as option. What this will do is whenever you select user type, it will start fetching, suppose you select customer, it will start fetching customer list. So let's see if Yeah, these are all the delivery partners. They have specific ID, but the complete detail is under that. So, yeah. So, suppose you want to see the name. This is another feature. Instead of seeing the code of those delivery partners, you can see their name instead by doing this, like go to customize. Um, this is a setting that lets you show the title field of that record. So title field is basically this. I have not set it, so I'll set the title field partner. Let me check the field partner name. Okay, once this is done, I'll go back, come here, select this. Now I can see all their names. So this is how it works. So if I select customer, I don't think I have customer, so right. So now I can select customer instead of delivery partner. So that's how the dynamic link works. So you will find more use cases for that as you create complex application. So for now, this is not the use in this doc type. So yeah, but thanks for your question. Yeah, that it gets confusing how it works. So yeah. So I'll remove this for now since this is not required. Go back to the list of doc types. Yeah, I've created restaurant, food item, delivery partner, region, food order. Food order is basically whenever user creates a request that I want this specific food to be delivered, this is one record that gets created. So what this has all these fields like who initiated that request, the specific food item. These are all the auto-filled information like price gets auto-filled from food item. So this is how it works. So you select a simple data field, but you want to fetch price from food item, right? So to do that, you use this fetch from option and select the price in that. So what it will do is, let me show you. So since I am logged in with this user, it gets auto selected. I'll select Thai curry. So yeah, this gets auto fetched. I did not enter it because while ordering, users do not enter the rate. They just select the food item, and they also do not select restaurant. They just try to go to a restaurant page and select a food item. So this gets auto filled, and yeah, so a restaurant gets auto-filled from food item because food item has that, and region gets auto-filled from restaurant because restaurant has that region. So that's how it works. Now, these are all the doc types. So we have created all the models. Now we want to create an interface from where users can create a order. So for that we have web forms. Web forms are basically where you can create an interface to for users to enter some data, and they do not need access to this admin interface. So So I have this food order. Let me show you how it is created. You create a basic web form, click a new web form, you type title. Hello.
Is audio a problem? Are you all able to hear even the people at the back? Are you able to hear him properly? Audio is fine?
Yeah, we will try and fix it in the break. We'll see what options are available.
Can you increase the...
Zoom it.
Yes, yes.
Better.
Plus one.
Okay. So you just need to add the title. Order food and select the doc type. You want to create a record. Whenever user enters a data, you want to create one record in the database. Like in this case, I want to create food order record. And you can have some information like get your food delivered in 30 minutes. So yeah, I'll publish this and see it on website. But there are no fields. To add more fields, what you do is you get fields from that doc type and make some adjustments, because in this case you don't want to show customer, because whoever is logged in is your customer, so you can autofill that data, so you can remove that. Or what you can do is get fields. What you can do is you can just hide it, and the food item they select. Price will be auto-filled, so you also don't need restaurant, region, and assign to. Yeah, this is assigned to a delivery partner, whoever will deliver the food from restaurant to the customer. So we don't need all this. We don't need to show the user all this, so we can just hide it. So this is how it looks. This gets auto-filled because there is some default set. I'll remove this and save. So I'll show you the actual web form, the configured one. I'll remove this. So this is the actual web form that I've configured. What this does is it has these all fields: customer, food item, price, and status. But in the actual view, a customer sees these things, like just they have to select a food item for now, and suppose they selected it and click on order. This is read only, they don't get the preview of price right now. I'll fix that. But once they click on order, you will get this pop-up. So in the backend, what it does is Um, One more thing before that. Suppose that auto select thing, right? This is how it works. Whenever a web form loads, we auto select the session user, the one that the user is logged in with. That's how it shows my name already. I don't have to type it. Okay. This is the one thing, and the other thing is, yeah, the configuration of web form. Like this checkbox is enabled that so that only logged in user can place an order. They can have multiple orders. This is, that's why this is checked in. And yeah, show the list so that they can see all the orders they have placed and status of that. So all of these are in ordered state. Nothing is delivered, so we'll have a system for that to okay. So when I clicked order, this record was created. This record got created 2 minutes back when I created order. So I selected this. This got autofilled and it got assigned to this delivery partner. Let's see how this got auto assigned. So this is the part where we will see a bit of script, how it works. So whenever a record is created, we need to check that what's the region of that restaurant from where the food was ordered. So I'll show you the script quickly. So this is another feature where you can hook on to your life cycle of document. What it says is whenever a food order is created, before inserting into database, run this script. So what this script does is it checks for the region that is set in the food order, and based on that it gets the partner in that region, and then that partner gets assigned to that order. Simple. This can get more complex, like there will not be a single partner, there will be multiple partners. Based on their availability we'll have to assign, but this is the crux of it. Like here you can do all these things. So yeah, now our order is ready, but our delivery partner does not know that he has to deliver something, and restaurant does not know that they have to prepare this food item so that they can deliver. So once the order is created, we'll have to inform those two parties. For that we can use notification feature. So here what we can do is, first we will inform restaurant that you'll have to cook coastal biryani today. So so notify. We can email them or send SMS or any channel they prefer. Dear God. Yeah. When do we need to send this notification? It will be whenever a new record of food order is created. We do not need any condition, I think. Okay, so this is where we need to extend our doc type. Like, we can set all this, but where will this email go? Like, we don't want to send to customer. We might not need to send it to owner. We need to send it to the point of contact in that restaurant. So I'll just create one field, manager, maybe data, data. So we will send notification to this person, and this person's duty will be to let others know in their restaurant that we need to prepare this. So okay, I've changed something. If anyone has any doubt, silly doubt, works, let me know. Just raise your hand, I'll ask at any point of time. Because some things might be very basic because you might have tried, but if you see something that you don't understand, quickly let me know. So yeah. So for now I'll create this so that I can check the email. I've set my email right now. Okay. So we'll have to reload this. Yeah. Okay, I'll save this first. What's the issue? This should have been one of the options because I've set options as email, and should have worked. Oh, right. I've said that mail inside restaurant, and this is food order. So I need to pre-fill that restaurant's manager ID in this order as well. So let's do that. I'll fetch from restaurant, select this field, and also set this option as email. Now my drop down should show that notification. Okay, okay. Got it. Yeah. Now we have that option. We can also have dynamic data, like for now I'll just have manager email. I think I'll have to do doc.manager. Okay, let's see if this works. I've already set up my email, so let's see. The only restaurant I've set email in is this. So I'll have to select this food item, industrial burger. Let's see. Order new. You can just check the email queue that we have. Yeah, so it triggered one email and it is sending to Suraj, and this is the message. Now we have one more problem where it is showing food ID instead of the actual food name. So this will confuse the owner or manager. So we'll have to update that. The way we can do it is we can, I think, frappe.getValue. These are all the API that is supported in the script. You can check for Frappe server script API. So these are all the APIs that work inside that. From this I am using getValue, frappe.db.getValue. I hope this will work. The item name and the specific field I want to get from it is food name. Okay, let's try one more order. What was that cost? industrial. Um, why food item list, and the field name is food name, and notification list. So you can check your script using this system console, and since the food item was food item list industrial burger, I'll copy the ID, check it here. I'll have to print it. This returns none. But why? Acha. So I have not set the doc type of that value, so it should have food item, and then this should work. Yeah. So in my notification, I'll just have to add the doc type food item, and this should do the job. Yeah, it worked. So this is one part of notification. Similarly, we can have it for our delivery partner. So since it is same, I won't be repeating it. Till now, anyone has any doubt, or if you want to understand anything specific in this whole system, let me know.
Could you show us how the web form was created to be attached to an order?
Can you please repeat? I didn't.
The web form.
Web form.
Web form connected to the order.
Web form. How is it connected to the doc type?
Yeah.
So I think web form. So this is how it gets connected. I select the doc type here, and then when you click get fields, it fetches all the fields from that doc type, and this is how connection gets made. We have this two separation because we can have different layout and input in this form than the actual doc type that we have. So doc type serves as a user input as well as the complete database dump. So it can have any number of data which we might not want to show it to user. So that's why this is a separate layer of over the doc type. So do you want to know anything specific in this? Yeah. So web forms are for that only. You can create web form any number of time for a specific doc type. So one doc type can have multiple web forms. Since we are not using it, I'll remove that. In this, we also have multiple options like what the label should be, CTA label, and if you want to add a banner image, the success title. Once the document is created successfully, you can navigate to different URL like list previous orders or something. Now what is left is you need an interface where users can see list of foods. They are not able to see food and they are still ordering. That will not work. So we will try to create a list of food, basically a listing of food. So the way we can do it is we can use Frappe Builder to create a web page where you can see all the food items in your system. So I already have one page, but I'll show you how it can be created. So I've installed Frappe Builder on this site. Now you can create a new page. So this is a blank web page where you can create dynamic page. For example, I want to create a landing page. Maybe this text can have different color. I'll remove the background. Here we can have all the listing. I want it to be center aligned, so I'll do this and remove the background in this. Now we have to show cards of food items. So this is one card and I need one image inside it. I might need one text inside it that will show the name of the food item, one more text to show the price, and maybe a button to order. So instead of this, I'll use this. Okay, let improve the style a bit. I'll remove the background color from this. I'll add some padding. Remove the fixed height. Add some gap. Let's add some shadow. Okay, so this is one food item card. What we can do is we can try to connect with our backend. So I'll add border radius here as well. Okay, so to connect this to our existing data, this is where we can do it. data food items equal to dot get all. So we have all the food items. Now we need to link this food items to this specific card. So to do that, we can repeat this block, and then we can set the key food items. Yeah, it is repeating, but it is overflowing. So let's remove the fixed height in this, and in this as well. Okay, we need to style it better. So select the parent container, zoom it a bit. We can change the direction and wrap it and give it a gap. We can also center align it, and there you have it. We have all the food item list, but we still need to map the data inside this. So for this we will map food image from this. And for this we can map food name. For the price, I think it's price. Yeah. So we can publish it on our. We have a basic listing, and let's change the name of this. Kenya. This could be items, and yeah, we can publish it. So here is our basic listing, but we still need to configure this button. For that, what we can do is we can select this button, and so each button will have different URL. So we can configure it in our record. For example, for food item in order link could be, we have the web form, right, where the user can generate food item, food order. So we can have this URL order /new, and we can pre-fill some data in that. For example, in this case we need to pre-fill food item is equal to we can also, I think, pre-fill price, but this is not the right way because users can change it in the URL. This is just a demonstration. This should have some validation on server side. We already have that, I think. So food item dot price. So once this is generated, each food item will have different URL, and then you can map it here using the same data key option. This could be order link, and we can simply change the text to order. Yeah, so if I click on this, it pre-selects masala chai and price, and then I can order. So this completes the flow. We can also do some this does not show KES. Similarly, we can have some configuration like this. We can show it like this. Yeah. This is the complete flow, and there are other things like we need tracking and all that thing, but that is not yet configured. We can maybe look into it after a break. But till now, let me know if you have any doubts or you have any idea of creating some different complex use case. I can try to explain it. I can explain how it can be done using Frappe Framework or Builder or something. Yeah.
For one of the items, for example, the burger, can we have an option to say spicy or non-spicy?
So this item can have its own separate page, like we have product detail page. There you can have that option, like if user selects a specific spiciness, based on that we can pass on that ID of that way. So in ERP Next we have something called variants of each item. So that item can have different variants, and that variant can have unique ID. So that ID we can pass on. So yeah, that can be done. Yeah. A bit more complex, but yeah, it can be done.
So what about having the option for, let's say someone ordered but they want to eat in the restaurant? Can that option be added?
Dine in.
Dine in,
Yeah. So we can have that flow. This can have separate button, and we can have different web form, where food order can have a type of dine-in. Food order can have two types, delivery and dine-in. So based on that, restaurants can decide whether to allocate a space or something. So yeah, that we can do. So I think we can take a break for half an hour or 1 hour.
11:30.
What?
Break at 11:30.
Okay. So I think we can continue. Should we implement the dine-in flow, or we can do something else? Let me check. We can, what we can do is we can create reports of this whole thing, like most ordered food, most popular restaurant, a specific region is getting more orders. That kind of reports we can generate. Yeah.
Could we quickly explain, I don't need you to change it, but how would we get the order form to add multiple items?
A user should be able to add multiple items, like cart, you are saying. So this will require some amount of scripting, but how we do is we can create one session where that user can click and add multiple items. It will be stored throughout their session, and we'll have a separate card page where based on their clicks we can list the final item list. And then should I try and implement it, but it will be a bit more advanced, so it can take some time, but yeah, it's possible. I'm saying this because one of our partners has implemented complete e-com flow using this builder, so that is possible, they can do it. So we can see how report works. So we have all these views in the report view. We can add a group of food item. So this quickly gives you the glimpse of which food item is getting most orders. If we want specific food items name, we can simply add a field inside this. We already have that, so instead of grouping by food item, maybe you can group by, no, we cannot. So for now, what we can do is we can show a preview of food item. So for example, this is one more feature that a DocType provides, like we can show preview pop-up. So once you enable this, you will get the preview of that record, so you can understand which specific food item is getting more orders. So this you can save this with a specific name, like most order. We can also add more reports, restaurant specific, similar reports, like which restaurant is getting more orders. And so if we implement this thing, like what was the delivery time for a specific food item, then we can also gauge the efficiency of our delivery partner. So based on that delivery time, we can measure the average delivery time of a specific delivery partner, something like that we can do. So maybe we can add one field. Duration. Suppose this was delivered and this. 45 minutes. This should have been auto-filled. Delivery time, we can create a report. Since we do not have right data right now, what we can do is this creates a summary of this delivery partner took on an average 45 minutes to get things delivered. So once we have more data in this will make more sense. Yeah.
The pop-up that you enable, can you customize it? Can you add more fields?
Yeah, we can customize it. Like suppose in this I just want to show partner's name and rating, just two things. Then what we can do is, first of all, I need to enable pop-up. By default, what it does is it shows all the mandatory fields in the DocType. Now if you want to add more fields inside that, suppose rating, you can show in preview. This is the field. So partner name, I think it's already there. Preview. Now rating, this could have been better, but it should have showed stars. Yeah, this is how you can do it. Delivery partner could also have their own image and all that. So it all depends on how rich you want to make your data. Like even this can have lots of things, but since it was just a demo, I did not add image. But in a real business, it would have image, it would have that partner's phone number, records, documents. You can also add attachments, all those things. So yeah.
In this report, if we did want the product name as a column, how do you do it?
So for that we have server this. We could create a script report where you can specifically pull food name into the column, like so there are three other types of reports. Query report is basically you write a SQL query that directly fetches records from your DB. Script report is you write Python script, and this is the modification of I think this is how it works. You can modify script report and create a custom report of it.
Show title in link field can also work. If we set title in that.
In this, yeah, let me check that. I have it already enabled, but ideally it should have worked. But so yeah, script report is one way to do it. Let me try and create one script report. So you need food name. I think directly result should work. So I'm putting some dummy data. First column is food name. And second column was. So let's see this if this works. Okay, I need to provide key value pairs. I think this is how it should be. Food. Let me pick the dummy data. But this will not work. Acha, this is why I think. Yeah, because I was spelling it wrong. Our aim is to get data from database in this format. So to do that, what we can do is, first of all, get a count query. So it is go to Frappe get all food order. We can enable distinct. It's equal to one field equal to I think this also works. Count star as try to print it. We have food item. Okay. So this is one advanced feature where you can fetch key of a doc type using dot notation. Yeah, this works. So I can just use this script and paste it here. Looks good. Yeah, save this, show report. Yeah. This is how you can do it. Yeah. Similarly, you can have advanced join queries, get data from different tables and show using this. We also need to sort it order by top most ordered food items. So let's see. Yeah. Cool. So that's how script reports can be made. And if you know SQL, you can opt for query report. Let me know if any more doubts. if anyone has tried anything and it did not work for them, if you have such queries, you can also ask. Sorry for this. It might be hard to look at, right? In the later part of the day, we will try seeing how we can improve this system further, or maybe we can start discussing on that, how we can improve this system, how we can add more features, and explore how framework can help in implementing it. For example, we have not set up payment gateways yet. We have not set up tracking systems. So these things might require some coding, but payment gateway are already available in framework. Like you just need to add one app and you can enable Razor Pay, or else if you have any native payment gateways that you want to integrate, you need to use their SDK and attach that. So maybe I need to try it out. Maybe in the second part we can explore that. Maybe we can look at M-Pesa integration if possible. Hello everyone. We'll start. So from now on it will be a bit unstructured, since we have created one application and there are many features that are yet to be covered. What we will do is we'll select a feature of Frappe Framework and try to explore a bit about it, and yeah, that's how we will continue. Also, one more thing, we have removed bottles from table. Those who had it, because to avoid usage of plastics. If you still want water, there is one dispenser, water dispenser. You can get water from there. So yeah, I'll start. Hope you are able to see the screen better now than before. So first we will now look at workflows in Frappe Framework. In our Kenya It's app, I don't think it is very so there is one case where we can implement workflow, like suppose we got a food order request. There is one thing that restaurant should accept that request, right? If they are unable to cater that request, then they can reject it. And similarly for delivery partner as well. If they are stuck somewhere, they can't deliver, then they can reject that. So we can look at workflows. Usually we use workflows to add an additional step in the document flow. Like a document could be created in a draft mode, and then it goes through some approvals, like In case of leave application, if someone raises leave application, it has to be approved by someone, and there could be multiple stages. We will see one stage in this approval cycle of food order. So I'll select food order. So for this to work, we need to have some status, whenever document gets created, it should have some default state, like ordered is the default state, but we can also add some other properties like accepted by restaurant and accepted by delivery partner, something like that. So these are default workflow states. We can add more. For example, in this case, we can have approved by so once okay, the first state could be draft, where there is no approval, it is just created. The second is approved by restaurant, and third could be rejected by so we are not updating doc status. Doc status in Frappe framework means a document can be in 3 states. One is normal draft state, one is in submitted state, which means that cannot be edited further, and one is cancelled state, which should be technically discarded, that is not in use in any of the flows or system. So we are not using doc status as of now. We can just rely on just status. So if the document is in draft state, it should be in update value. So once the restaurant approves the order, it will be preparing. Let us check the status first. So these are all the status. This would be draft state. This would be when the approval gets through, and in this case we can just cancel the order, I think. So this is further adding to the permission that who could approve it. Right now I'll stick to this, but we could have better roles like Kenyaites, or we can have restaurant manager role that could be applied to the, let me show you. When a user logs in, they could have specific roles. So by default, whenever they sign in, they will get Kenya customer role, I think. Kenya it's customer. So how is this possible? Because of this portal setting. Here I have set whenever a new user signs in, they will get this role. But we can have different roles based on different kinds of user. If suppose so this user is a manager of we need to add a role. Add role. Okay. So I've given this user this specific role so that this user only can this kind of user can only update or approve this record. So I'll change the role. So now we are setting the transition, like draft could have approved by restaurant or could be cancelled by restaurant. So this is the state, this is a transaction we need to set. So on approval on draft, you will go to approved by restaurant. This is allowed for restaurant manager. Similarly, if draft gets rejected, the status will be rejected by restaurant, and this is allowed for restaurant manager only. Cool. I'll change this to the new user that I've created that has restaurant manager role. Cool. So now let me create an order for this so that we can test the workflow. Okay. Kenya, it's our new food item. Okay, one more thing. I need to do this because if I don't do this, I won't be able to access the desk, and I won't be able to click on approve. So desk access is needed. Desk access is basically the admin UI. So Kenya, it's so this role, restaurant manager, also needs access to food item, so that user can check the list. Food order, sorry. So as we since we created this thing, the workflow, these are the options I get, and I will not get these options if I have different role. For example, this user does not have that role, hence that user should not get that option, that approval options. So let me approve it, and you get the status on this approved by restaurant. So it will be visible here. Now similarly, it can follow that path, and after approval, it should automatically change the status to preparing. So similarly, there can be more such things. Okay, and this status will be visible to the customer. Am I audible? Hello, hello. To the customer who booked this order. So yeah, that's one flow. If you want more detail on this, let me know. If you want to handle more cases, let me know. Should I skip this part? You need more explanation on any of this? You can raise your hand if you want. Okay, I'll move to the next feature. So as you can see, there is this status indicators. We can have some colors on this. Let me show you how. Screen sharing is disabled. Okay. So what I did is in the form or food order, you go to document states, you set the state. For example, in this case, it was draft, so draft could have yellow. Let's see if this works. check docs dot. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, but this is not working right. So what happens is you can set specific colors to each status in the document, and this basically helps you get a bird's eye view of how many things are pending or something like that. Like if there are multiple drafts, you can just check for yellow colors, and you can quickly take some actions based on that. So yeah, so this is the setting for that document states, where you set the title of your state and set the color that you want to see it in. But maybe this is not working on.
It will work on status, not workflow. The configuration.
I tried that as well. Ordered is a status title, and it's not working. Okay, so at least here it should have worked. Okay, maybe I'll disable workflow and check. Yeah, so this is blue because I've set it as blue, and then preparing could be yeah. So this is a small feature that might help you get your list views rich and your form views with more information. I'll switch to next thing. Print format is one thing that that can help. For example, if you want to on delivery, if you want to send an invoice, you can have a print format for that. This is the default print format, but you can obviously customize it. Where you can say, you can remove all this that is not necessary. Food item price, other things are unnecessary, so we can remove them. Here you can have custom, like custom HTML. Can remove this redundant data and hit save. Add some space for this. Yeah, so this you can email to the customer. Do we have auto email for this based on some? But that's report, right? Maybe we can use server script for this. So suppose you event send receipt. Reference document is food order. Let me check if this API is available. As well be changed. Okay. So we can use this field, this thing, and see if status is changed. Status. Status and doc dot status equal to delivered. In this case, we can say send mail, document dot send mail. I think it works. Send mail, doc dot send mail we had, but okay, I'll use frappe dot send mail. So the field name of this customer is customer, I think. So you can use customer and that is it. print format name was print receipt, I guess. Now you have to add attachments. Okay. Okay, so we can try this one. Basically what I did is I'm checking if the status was changed and whether it was changed to delivered. Based on that I've pulled the attachment print basically, and I'm setting the specific print format and just passing it to the email as attachment. So hopefully this will work. Now let's see. Print food order. If this gets changed to delivered, okay, I've set wrong print format. The spelling is wrong. This is right. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what's wrong in this. I'll skip this part then.
There is an easier way to in notifications DocTypes. So someone in the chat has asked if we can send to SMS instead of an email. There is a notification DocType which allows you to send notifications on field by change. So
This is what you are saying?
yeah,
Send.
you will have to select a document.
this, but this will send attachment.
There is a setting below.
I checked this before. See your print receipt. Dot status equal to nice. This is much simpler.
So you have different channels here. There is email. If you have integrated, so there is a separate app for WhatsApp integration. So that can also show up as a channel once you have configured it on the system. SMS settings are there. Slack, and even you can send system notifications instead of an email. So a single talk type to configure any channel to send out notifications.
All right, let me check this one. Hopefully this will work as expected. Email queue. Yeah. Same error. But yeah, this is a much simpler way to do this rather than having it via server script. Maybe something else is broken, but this is the way to do it if you want to send a print format on status change. I have disabled it. Server script. This one, right?
There seems to be some WPX or if you can skip the attachment maybe. Just show it.
I mean, that was the main point of. Yeah, I mean, if you are using Frappe Cloud instance, this is my local. Maybe some issue with my local, but if you are using Frappe Cloud instance, the configuration mostly works in that. So, yeah. I'll move on to the next thing. If anyone has any doubt in this, let me know. I know this did not send an email, but it definitely created email queue. So in normal condition, it would have sent. Any doubts in this?
What would your workflow be in such a situation? You had an error. How do you figure out where your error is?
You mean how do you debug such issue?
If you were to actually do it, just
Look at it. So as you can see, there was a traceback in the error, and we first go to error log and see what the issue is. We go through this traceback. Mostly we can pinpoint where the error is occurring and then try to fix it. Here host not found is somewhat internal network issue, I feel. So then we'll have to debug that specific library or the internals of that library. So yeah, that's how we do it. Bench logs will have this only. So yeah, there are all the logs here, like in this, since there was an issue with scheduler, we can check one of this log. think this is different error, but mostly the error log in the system or else in the bench error logs. We'll mostly find the root cause of it and then try to solve it. One more thing we can configure is this Kanban view based on our column. For example, suppose order status based on this. So this could have could be restaurant based, like they can have slips like what to look at and what not to look at. They can check the priority. So all the order, if there is a restaurant manager, that person will look at this list, and make sure this gets empty by the end of the day. So this is also handy for a manager or a restaurant owner to get a bird's eye view of what's happening. This could have their own colors. There are more things like this workspace where you can manage your shortcuts, your daily used things. For example, this is one workspace where all the creation related things are listed here, and these are all the tools that are listed. So you can have your own workspace to simplify the navigation inside this. As you might have seen, I use this search a lot, and if you don't want to use this, you can just create one workspace that you regularly use, and yeah, it will basically simplify, and you will get all the updates that is going on in your system in single page. Like you can have a quick list as well. Let me show you. So this is the quick list where you can check all the pending orders, and similarly if you want to add more links, more shortcuts like reports and print formats and all that, you can add this using edit and by adding more widgets in this. If I can add number card, I might say all the orders delivered today. This could be one card. Let me create one. So I am filtering based on last updated, but you can have a separate field of ordered at as with a timestamp, so that you can have some filter on that. I hope we could resize it, but yeah. Any doubt in this? So one more thing about permissions. See, we are listing all the fields in this, and we are also giving the access to our restaurant owner. But suppose we don't want to show that restaurant owner that about who got assigned to this food order. So what we can do is we can specifically hide this from that roles list by doing by using role permission manager. Suppose I have food order, and first of all I'll have to set perm level on this. Perm level basically lets you tells the system that these specific fields are different from the normal fields, and it might have different permission for them. So in this food order, I'll click on customize and say assign to is a different field and its perm level is 1, and for this we can have different permission. I'll go back to this and what I did is I said only system manager can view who got assigned to a food order. Now let's check if that worked or not. This is a user who has delivery manager role. So this user ideally should not view that field. So yeah. Okay. So there are lots of, I usually get lots of doubt with role permission manager. If you have tried and you did not get something, let me know. I can explain it in detail. Okay. One more feature we have is a map view, where you need to add some geolocation coordinates, and based on that we can see the complete view of all the documents inside that. Like suppose you want to check in the map where the restaurant is, so you can use geolocation fields. DocType in the restaurant I can have something called geolocation, and in this I can say this is the location of the restaurant. Suppose the restaurant is somewhere here, and we can do it for other. So the map view will show you all the restaurants in this area. So it can be used to assess that if a specific area does not have a restaurant, we can do a reach out or marketing activity in that location. Alright, so these are all the different features. Maybe does not properly connect with this, but if you still have any queries on this, let me know. Yeah.
Would it be possible to make the buttons in the workflow email accept reject? Is it possible to make that publicly accessible without logging in?
Yes. Do you mean, see, we can send out an email with approve and reject buttons, and it will have some ID in that link. So you can just click and you don't have to log in. Maybe, yeah, that's how it works. Because I have worked on this feature long back. So that was one feature where you don't have to log in. You just attach a token on that URL, and based on that we allow approving or rejecting. I hope it works still that way. So yeah, work. Cool. I think we can break for lunch, and we can conclude after lunch. So the way you do it is you create a new client script, and so this, yeah. So this we usually use to override some behavior. For example, if you want to add extra validation, or if you want to do something just before submitting your data, you want to process it differently. For those things, we use this client script. And in the same way, there is also client script for lists, where you can show list items differently. You can also add a few action buttons in the list view. So we can explore that. First of all, I'll work on forms, and so since we were working on food delivery app, one thing I can think of is we can show a dashboard on a restaurant form, indicating that what all active pending orders we have in for that restaurant. So once you select the doc type, it automatically gives you some boilerplate code. You can add something on dashboard. There is one API where you can add few things on the top of the form. For example, I'll have to change the site. So suppose if you want to show something over here, we can use client script to add some data. FRM. So if you want to check all the APIs that FRM has, you can go to the document. And under this browser, you can see all the APIs. FRM, and here you will have all the APIs that can be used. In this case, I want to access the dashboard of the form, so you can check dashboard, and there are some APIs that you can use. We will use set headline and maybe say there are, is it visible? There are 10 pending orders. So once you do that, this is how it will look, and you can also add a link to it. So suppose 10 pending orders can link to the filtered list view of orders, food orders, something like this, if it works. Yeah, so it creates link. And we can also add filter in this. For example, here we want to add restaurant filter equal to so if you click on this, it automatically filters all the orders here, but we want pending orders, right? So we can add more filters on this. The state and the status should be it's only ordered documents will be visible. So now we also need the count of pending orders that we can fetch separately. Let's move this to our code, our client script. Now here you can just simply use FRM. FRM and cur FRM are almost same. Cur FRM is just there for debugging, and if you are writing a serious code, then it's better to use FRM because you exactly know which form you are working with. Okay, so we need the count of this, right? So for this, I think we can do that way. dv dot get count. Pass the filter. I hope this is available. Let's see. No. So if this is not available, what we can do is, yeah, count is available. Frappe.db.count. Use this. So we can also add a case where there are no pending orders. So we can move this message at the top. If we have some count, we will use this message, or else we will have different message. Just have to pass this message here.
Client script moves explicit elements.
So as you can see, there are, this seems wrong. 9 pending orders on everything. Filter is not working, right, in this. I have S1. Okay, we need to set filters explicitly. I think, yes. So if you are not able to understand why it is going wrong, you can just check the code directly. So it takes args, and inside that we need filters. So this is how it should be done. Instead of this, it could be something like filters, and this should work. So in other, yeah, there are no pending orders. Cool. So this is one case. We can do much more. We can maybe add extra message or add some description based on a specific data, something like that. There are multiple APIs which lets you manipulate the interface of form. So if you want to check all the APIs that it provides, you can just do careframe and check all the APIs like RFRM, and it will show all the available APIs. It will also give all the keys that form has, and you can use that to fetch some data from that as well. So yeah, very handy. Yeah, this is about client script. Same thing we can do it in the list view as well. So list view has a bit different APIs. So if you create add actions, so there is no boilerplate code here, but if you want to check what all it supports, you can just find it by looking into the code base if you want. So there is something called note. We have node doctype and we have done some overrides over it. So can just use this code and do the changes. Like so the one thing that I showed, right? You can configure a color of a status. You can do it using code as well. You can check for some conditions, and based on that you can select the color of it. So this is what we have done. Here we can in this case maybe we can just add show pending orders. We need buttons, right? So let's see examples of that. So you can add explicit buttons like this. So I'll use this code for now. So here I can say show pending or want this. So this tells when to show that button. Maybe I don't want this as well. I am just showing a button and a specific action. So Something broke. Not a function. We need that function. Can just return true directly. Yeah. Status is ordered, but I don't think restaurant won't. Okay. No, maybe it's because of it is not in the list view. So we need that in list view as well. So here we can add we already have this, right? So yeah, I think this might be the case. Cool. So yeah, this is about client script week. What all it supports is you can show indicator, you can show these buttons. There are some special lists as well, like file list, where we show extra things like this, icons, size. We also convert them to normal numbers to human readable size. Yeah, all those things you can do using this. So now what we will see is, does anyone have any question on this? Yeah.
When you went to the console and you were showing us the APIs for set header, it wasn't there in the list.
So it should have been there. Okay, I'll just check again. So for this you meant, right? So CarFRM dot dashboard set. Yeah, it is there.
How do you make it show the list?
Sorry.
All of them on the dashboard?
Can you please repeat?
All the options?
All the options inside dashboard. You just keep dot and you will see all the APIs. And if you can select that endpoint and hit enter, you will also see the code, what all it accepts, and you can click on it and check where it is. You can see dashboard.js and check if you want to change something or check the complete API, complete function. Yeah, this is the code for that. So what we will do next is we can export complete app to a separate app that we can install in different bench as well. So you don't have to recreate all the doc types. So once the app is ready, you can also make it open source like we have done with ERP Next and other apps. So to do this, you first have to create one app locally. I have all these apps, but bench, new app name would be So once the app is created, you can just install it on this site. Since I already had that module, it will not let me install this, because when I created Kenya, it created one module with the same name, and I already had that module in my site. So one thing we can do is we can rename our current module. And see if this helps. bench was not working because it failed during installation, I think. So renaming is done, and now we can attempt this again. Yeah, this worked. One thing we can do is replace the module def in the DocTypes test. And hopefully once we update it, it should create DocTypes here. Let's see if it did. It did not, because these are still the custom DocType, so we need to change them to standard ones. Now since this is not giving the right to uncheck this, I have to go to developer mode. is not enabled, I think. Yeah, now we are in developer mode. We can, I think, make it standard doc type now. I think okay. Yeah, maybe because of this, I was not admin. That's why. Cool. So we need admin access to make it a standard doc type. Now I can uncheck this and save. Should create a doc type here. Yeah, it did. So we have the doc type with all the configuration. We can do it for all. Okay, I'll have a filter first. So this is done on a separate app. Now we also need data and some web forms that we created. Like one web form also need to be exported like this. And if you check e-standard, then it will export the JSON for that. This is the web form, I think. Yes. What else we created? We created client script, I think, and server script. So I had one question that how can we export server script and use it with other app? The answer is, I think you can use fixtures to export it into a particular app, and then you can use it. Fixtures is the so to do that you just have to go to hooks.py of your app, and so we can just add fixtures, and we can add all the DocTypes for which we want data to be exported. For example, something like this, server script, client script, what else? And then once you do that, you will have to run one command. Thanks. So fixtures. Okay, let's see if we have the data. Yeah, we have the complete data and for server script as well. So once we have this, we can go to a separate app and try to install this app. I have one demo.localhost.bench site. Here I can install this app. Now let's see if we have the data in that site as well. Yeah, we have, and server script should be there as well. Yeah, so yeah, you can use this feature to export your server scripts. Cool. So yeah, now this app you can, yeah. So yeah, I understood that question. You have multiple apps, but you don't want a migration script to affect other apps' data. Yeah, just one app. But if your data is connected to a specific module, then it won't affect other data, I think. And are you talking about the conflicts that it might create? Can you give an example of data, specific data, then maybe we can explain better. So is this related to fixture somehow? Sometimes when we migrate, it removes all the customization, right? Something like that. So there is one check called sync on migration. You can uncheck that, and I'll show you. Like. So suppose I want to customize something in this. I switch the, or maybe I'll add one button. This is the customization over my standard doctype, right? And now you can click on export customization. This will give you one check, sync on migrate. You can uncheck that. I'll export this to Kenyaites. Now whenever I update, so on first migrate it will sync all the changes, and on the other migration it won't sync the changes. It will run only once. So even if you make more changes, like now I remove it, then the migration will not add it back. So that, I think that's your problem. You can try with this one without checking that sync on migrate. I'm not sure about the data syncing, but so suppose if I add this key to data fixture, I don't think it will work. There is no key like that. But if you are trying something and if it is not working as expected, do raise an issue. If it makes sense, we'll add feature for that. Just make sure to add all the cases that you are trying, and we'll try to add a feature for that. Alright, so I think this is it. We'll conclude. There are few small other features that we can look at, but if you have any other doubts, let me know. We can then conclude the session. So almost every one of you are at least have tried Frappe Framework, right? Anyone who has not tried ever? Can you raise hand? Acha, no one. So I hope this was not too technical or advanced. I just went through basics, but if you want to understand any topic specifically in depth, then there is obviously Frappe School courses, and you can get certified as well. But there are also video tutorials online, so you can search for that specific thing and get information. So if you want structured learning, better go for Frappe School, and you also get certification for that. So yeah.